Hi, I'm Pantazi. Today we're going to look at Suigetsu. This is a target in the pit of the stomach, as Ohan Soken Kyusho notes tell us. It's attacked by the fist, the nukete, the elbow, and the knee. Now, you've all been hit in the stomach, in the area that most people call solar plexus. Now, solar plexus is an erroneous description because the solar plexus is actually further back into the body from the midway to the spine. Okay, it's very far back, and that's not what you're attacking or affecting. Why people call that the solar plexus? It must have been just looked at a long time ago and understood that it might be related to it, or the neurological connections could tie into the solar plexus, which is at the spine, more toward the spine than anything else. But now Ohan Soken has called this a fatal attack. Now he says it's fatal because of the contusion to the liver and stomach, or the irritation of the nerves that create these vital organ functions. So this is a very powerful strike. And if you've noticed before on the platinum service, we went into the shichin of the bubishi. And one of the targets of the bubishi was one of the shichins described the loss of life that could be affected by the attack in this particular area on a particular organ. So this is a very powerful strike. We've used it in many different scenarios, and you all have felt the shock on the solar plexus or the Suigetsu. So you understand what we're talking about. Now, it arrests the breath also because you're spazzing the diaphragm. When you hit in this area, the diaphragm, which is a muscle that comes right across and is responsible for pushing and pulling on the lungs to help you breathe. This is affected, and that's why you have that shortness of breath. You gasp on the ground, you're doubled over in severe pain because of the nerves that are in that area, but more importantly, the underlying organs that you're attacking as well. Now, when you attack an organ, you're attacking the autonomic nervous system as well as the organ itself. Now, the autonomic nervous system comprises 80% of your brain function. So in essence, you're attacking 80% of the brain as well. So you're attacking the central nervous system along with the organ itself and its functionality. Very powerful indeed. So when we go into the extended version of this, we're going to be showing you the three-dimensional anatomical research, as well as the effects on this target. Not that you need to know the effects, because most of you that are in the martial arts have already experienced this at one point or another. Now, when you're doing your attacks, it's interesting to note, it's fun to note that you have different pieces of kata or forms that show you how to attack this and how it was documented. So let's go into just a couple of them. First of all, you have this action that we actually used on the earlier target of Kyusho. Okay, where you have the pulling, you have the pushing, and you have the body dropping. So you have all this power dynamic going into this one target. But now this has multi-directionals as well. If you strike straight in, you're going to attack the liver directly, and you're going to, of course, affect the stomach, which is in back of the liver or underneath back of the liver. You're also going to affect the diaphragm, which is just above the liver. So as you punch, you're going to displace all that energy going all out in backward as well as outward into the surrounding organs and or muscles and or nerves, blood vessels, etc. So that's why that's such a powerful strike. But that pulling, pushing action is one way. Now, if you strike with your right hand to the right side of the opponent's body, coming up at a trajectory toward the back of their shoulder, okay, you're going to disrupt the liver more. If you strike up with your left hand to their left shoulder blade in the back, that's your trajectory, you're going to affect more the stomach course the diaphragm is going to be attacked on both of these. Now when you look at a kata called sanchin, you have that movement where it comes up and crosses, where the hands are coming up and they spread out to show you that the trajectory is going out toward the shoulders, as well as the initial trajectory coming up at that angle that would get to the shoulders and outward. That will affect those organs more specifically. You have the elbow strike coming up from the Weichi Seisan, or the ancient Bubishi diagrams. So you have so many of these different kata moves that depict these ancient targets. And these targets from Soken are very powerful. We've been using them for 30 plus years. They're very effective. And we want to give you the dynamics so you have a historical background of them and their use, and not just the modern adaptations or the misnaming of these targets. So please stay tuned for the extended video. You'll find that in the Platinum service on Kyusho.com. You'll find it in Patreon channel, and of course here on the YouTube extended videos. Just look at the links below, or click on your join button here on YouTube.